What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. Happy Friday, everybody. Today we're going to be running over Bitcoin on the 2-day time frame and on the 15-minute time frame, and running over some very exciting comparisons. You guys, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, as well as commenting down below if you have suggestions for coins you want me to run over in these videos. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's analysis. So you guys can see I have the Bitcoin chart on the top and on the bottom. The only difference is that the one on the top is in a much larger time frame. But you can see how they look very similar. That is called a fractal. So fractals are mathematical patterns that appear and they're ratioed. So there can be a small fractal of something that looks identical to the same thing that's happening in a bigger time frame. So that's exactly what happened here. The bottom is a 15-minute time frame and the top is a 2-day time frame. And they're fractal of each other, the only difference being one is smaller and one is bigger. So you guys can see here that this pattern is very, very, very similar on the top and the bottom. And what we're actually seeing happen is this triangle had a breakout. You guys can see this triangle pattern. And then we reached the target of that triangle pattern right here. And that was at 48,000 per Bitcoin. Then it came back down and retested this level right here. And if you look on the bottom, we have a triangle pattern that formed. What does it do? It goes up and it reaches its target perfectly. And then it comes back down and reclaims support to test this major area of support, as it's now reversing on the upside. And Bitcoin does look very bullish, you guys, on the 15-minute and the 2-day time frames. This is very classical of this type of pattern. Once the target is reached, of course, you're going to see a retracement back down onto major support. And you guys, Bitcoin does have some other very important things that are pointing towards more upside continuation. Bitcoin is in a very big uptrend, an Elliott wave count uptrend. And basically what that means is that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 structure, and we're getting ready for this big, huge fifth wave coming in Bitcoin. Now, the reason that so many people get washed out in wave 2 and wave 4 is because they believe that the coin is dead or that the market is washed out or it's done, when actually they're being washed out. And as a result of that, the market then has enough momentum to go higher. So in wave 2, a lot of people end up panic selling. A lot of people were bearish on Bitcoin at 3,000. However, you can go watch my older videos, and I remained bullish in this area as a result of my trading plan. And then we saw the 3-wave come in this market. Now, when this 3-wave came, I was watching for wave 4. Wave 4 occurred between 63,000 and 31,000 in this range here. A lot of people sold in that range. As you guys know, every single Elliott wave cycle has 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5th wave that comes afterwards. That 5th wave is very, very, very large in crypto. And I did get a comment the other day asking, hey, Dallin, does that mean that, Elliott wave theory is supposed to be that the 5th wave is not the largest? Usually the 3-wave is the largest, right? That's not always the case. If you go to the Wikipedia page, you will quickly see that it says wave 3 is usually the largest and the most powerful wave in trend, although some research suggests that in commodity markets, wave 5 is the largest. So that's true for Bitcoin, you guys. In the bigger time frames, we always see an extended fifth wave. That's also true for commodity markets. That's also exactly what we saw happen leading up to the internet bubble crash, and also exactly what we saw happen leading up to the crash in the Great Depression. There's always an extended fifth wave that basically creates so much euphoria in the general public as retail really starts to buy towards the top of the fifth wave. And that always leads to a big correction, which is exactly what happened after, leading up from the Great Depression, is we had a huge extended fifth wave, but it happens in crypto as well. The only difference is the Great Depression was a 100-year cycle. These crypto cycles happen a lot faster. You can see we're on a much quicker time frame here. This is between 2014 and 2020. So this is really only, Bitcoin's only been around since 2009. And so this is really a very, very early technology here, you guys. So with Bitcoin only being around since 2009, these cycles are a lot faster than like a Great Depression cycle, but we do see the perfect representation of what an Elliott wave fifth wave looks like in this on Bitcoin, just like what we'd see on the Great Depression, leading up to the Great Depression. So that's really cool, you guys. We're going to see a huge extended fifth wave coming in Bitcoin. A lot of this, of course, is a result of hyperinflation. We're going to see that also reflected in stock prices as retail money continues to funnel into that. A lot of people get bearish way too soon on world markets, on commodity markets, leading up to the Great Depression, because that's, of course, why the Great Depression happens actually, is because retail money ends up buying the fifth wave. So everybody's usually doesn't believe that there's going to be a huge expansion, and then a huge expansion comes, and of course all the retail buys thinking it's going to last forever, and that leads to a crash. So that's what creates these huge fifth waves in crypto and in the world markets as well. So you guys, we have a lot of profitable conditions here in Bitcoin. That is partially why I'm very excited about the market conditions that I'm seeing. With these setups, we have a huge opportunity inside of XRP as well, you guys. Massive fractal here going on with XRP. As you guys can see, we have a triangle pattern that led up to this huge extended fifth wave in the last cycle, and that's the exact same triangle and fractal pattern that we're having form right now. So this triangle pattern upon the point of breakout leads to an expansive or explosive and an impulsive move. That's why it's called Elliott wave impulse, because humans are impulsive creatures by nature. And so that impulsive move that comes out of that will be very similar to the impulsive move that occurred here on XRP the last time. So that's very exciting, you guys. This one could go from being worth 77 cents all the way up to new all-time highs, which the last all-time high was $3.29. So you can see there's a lot of opportunity to make money in coins like XRP as well. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's update on Bitcoin. I'm very excited about the short term and the big picture, you guys. We have that extended fifth wave coming in Bitcoin as a result of that mania that comes inside of people. And also, we have hyperinflation, a lot of things that creates market conditions like this. But basically, as a result of that, you get these huge expansive moves up and then these massive corrections back down. And as you position yourself inside of that cycle, as you buy those lower market cycle levels that we always aim for, that you learn about inside of the VIP stuff, those lower fib levels that we're always buying work phenomenally well. As you can see, they of course even work here with XRP. We turned around at these lower fibs, came back up to 382, coming back down to 786. So this stuff works really well, you guys, for predicting these cycles and for making money through all the volatility. So it's really awesome stuff to learn about. So thank you guys for tuning in. There's still available slots in the mastermind. Go ahead and comment or reach out to me actually through the form in the description below. And it only just takes a few minutes to put in some basic information. You'll get on a phone call with me or my cousin Monson and talk a little bit about the opportunity inside of the mastermind program to make your first 100,000 or your first million, like I have and many of my students and good friends have, investing inside of the cryptocurrency markets. So that opportunity is very, very, very big right now, as these conditions are set up for a huge move on the upside. A lot of people got shook out through the correction. That's a very healthy thing for us to make a lot of money as we break out of these patterns. So you guys definitely apply for the mastermind program if that's something you're interested in learning how to do this stuff hands-on. Tune in to a live session with me every single Saturday, which I am doing tomorrow. And so if you join today or reach out to me, then I can help you get set up even by tomorrow for your first live session to learn how to do this stuff and start making money off of these patterns inside of the cryptocurrency market. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Apply down below if that's something you're interested in. And I look forward to seeing you guys in these future videos and updates. As always, stay profitable out there.